Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the New York session stream. Welcome back to NY. Yeah, we're seeing price already moving up here. Some of you called it out already. It's a bumper clot. Nice bumper clot move. I was trying to catch a buy earlier, so I took an L on that. Now I'm just thinking like, man, today it's just been bullish. Now, you know, looking back at it and what we've been through so far today, it's just been bullish. Right? Predominantly, it's been trying to move up. So I think, you know, that's probably the play, that it is trying to correct that gap fill, this gap area right over here, break above and then come towards it. Yeah, it's here, the order flow, everything here is looking quite bullish still overall. All day, we've just been seeing bullish delta, bullish delta, bullish delta. So yeah, let's see. We just got a new hourly candlestick open up here. And then see what that does. But yeah, chat, that's the whole idea here. It's I think it may be trying to fill this range. Correct? We've created the weekly highs. I think. Wait, let's see. Yeah, we've created like some small weekly highs. I don't think the market is behaving accordingly to the macros today. Maybe because it's just the beginning of the new week, but eventually we believe that gold should be coming down, right? So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, I think right now if I could get stuck in like a buy idea would be nice. There's a bit of like a shotgun play here on the 15-minute. See, the hourly also just closed above resistance. Right here, creating like a bottom wick, rebreak of the highs. Oh man, that's actually looking pretty decent. Rebreak of the highs and then try and like fill this region out. About like 136 pips. Who's taking that buy? I know somebody's looking to take this buy. Someone here is looking for this range to get filled. You got some snipers in the grasslands. But Asia high is there. Where are these gap fillers? Because it's pretty much ready. You're gonna see orders come in here and here at the break of this hourly. That's where you're gonna see the orders start to come in. Anybody? Anyone in the chat? Don't want to confess? Who's looking for this buy? You got 70% probability here that it's going to get filled. 70%. The question is how your stop loss is going to look, how you're going to manage the trade. But I think it's a pretty strong probability that, you know, price going to move up here. This is also New York session. We just got NY open volume right here. This new hourly candlestick. I went too early. I just got a BE. PA looks slightly different than what we had last week for sure. It's looking a little bit interesting. A little bit more interesting. It's gonna be somewhere around here. Let's go NY. Yes sir, yes sir. You know, I feel good when I'm trading the London and the New York now. Now on the weekends I actually feel pretty comfortable. Like I feel that I don't need the market necessarily, because you know it's like a lot. Monday, 5 days a week, 2 sessions. So on the weekend it's like chill, you know, it's weekend, you know, what can you do? But it's confirmation zone right over here. It's at breaking about 48.31. Actually, I think our New York sessions have been doing better than the London sessions so far. Oh man, I know this thing gonna rip up. This thing's gonna rip up once it breaks that high. Oh, is that 30 minute candle over here? I mean 30 seconds for the minute candle. Watch that delta. Flipping on delta. Negative 14k. It's about to flip though. Next rebreak should give a strong push. Oh, it's trying to create a small divergence there. That's why we need the delta to increase. We need increased strength here. You see, it's trying to create a small divergence. Look at the red circle. Bearish divergence. We need to clear that out, but it needs to push up. Whoa, where'd the sellers come from? Damn it. What's that? Retesting London high. But that's on the flip though. That's on the flip where we should be seeing that. Look, the previous candlestick did like 3.2 million. This candle here just opened. There's a small bearish divergence I think they're trying to play off of. But this is the range that we're looking at here. Once we start to break, to go up and fill this area. It's like 48.84. This could be just an hourly bottom wick. I'm gonna give it a shot. Because that's a pretty strong hourly bottom wick that we formed now. What time frame is this? Oh, well, the hourly. Gotta change. Or, no, let's keep it on the 15 minute. 5 minute break above 30. The thing, it's a shotgun on all time frames right now. Could be playing based off the hourly. That's the most important. That's where the divergence is. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. If it comes up, we reflip. That's gonna be the hourly flip, and then start moving up here. I hope I don't get distracted. Someone should be calling me here soon. Someone should be calling me here soon, expecting a package. Man, just something about trading and timing. People love to call you, or like something loves to happen always right before you gotta entry. Either you gotta go to the bathroom or something. All right, let's see. See if we can get some momentum in. I think they're watching US every time stream opens, the market goes to range. Yeah, it's the key times. That's probably why. So like everybody's on the chart during these times. Yeah, it's crazy. That's been happening quite a lot. Yeah, I used to have that same problem, Mr. Rashid. Getting into trades and customers in the shop. Would not recommend it. Overall, CVD is quite bullish. All right, can we get the reflip? Can we get a push? Reflip, push, reflip, push, reflip, push. Come on, Goldie. We know you want to fill that range. See how the 5-minute opened here? No bottom wick on the 5-minute. Fuck it. I'm closing it. Man, I'll wait for a re-break of the high instead. I think. Let me see. Sellers are kind of slightly stepping aside. Wait for that 1 minute to close. See what's going on here. Divergence is still present. Watching out for this wick up here too by 48.34. Should we just wait for the sellers to step out completely? Probably. They're getting thin. They came from, I think was a 1.2. Now they're at 600k. It's also like the 5 minutes a bit extended. I think that's the reason why it's slightly struggling there. It's a bit extended, no bottom wick. We got about like 30 seconds for a new 5-minute open. Right, let's see. How's the stream? How's stream? Oh, it should be good. Hello, fam. Can you look at my PNL calendar on Discord? Oh, yes. Yeah, we're going to look at that soon. Welcome, guys. Make sure you drop a like on the video as you're coming in, please. What? How do we close on the 5? We're rejected. Wait, let me see on spot gold. Spot gold closed above, though. It's a shotgun on the 5. It's just a PA on futures isn't clean. So pretty much like a shotgun play into the range. Could be a potential. It's just we got this divergence in here. We got a bit of seller aggression. CVD's cumulative volume delta, and it's just basically the purpose is to show who's been in charge the whole time. Like you can see, it's at the bottom here. So pretty much what this is saying is the whole time, the whole day actually, buyers have been more in control. Will I trade on the news? Oh, the news? The news today, we don't have news. There's no news. These are only the red and orange folders that we look at.
We don't do that here.
But yeah, we're not gonna trade the news. That's at 8:30. There's no news. Unless you're trading CAD. Arsenal fans, please don't be emotional in the market this week. Shots have been fired. Alright, what's happening? What's happening, Goldie? Sometimes it honestly feels like when you want to trade, there's no volume. But when you look away, the market moves like 1,000 pips. Like what? What's wrong with London? What's wrong with London and New York of late? Just like kind of ranging quite a lot. Like this shotgun play would have already been playing out, you know? But now the 5 minutes got like 2 minutes only, and it's still not yet wanting to move. I guess there's a resistance on the left-hand side, to be fair, on the 5 minutes, so it's not like a completely clean shotgun play, but it's an entry. Alright, gotta lock in. We're getting movement here. Sellers are slightly stepping out the way. Considering an entry here as we start to push up. How many pips is that already? 17. I'm going risk-free on this. Securing about 2% on that. Screw it. I'm gonna take this. Let's go. Who your stops or break even? It's going for the range fill now. Sellers have stepped aside. Buyers are in. We're at like what? 400? Oh, what the hell? Where'd they go? Where'd they go? But this should still be carrying over though. We should still be moving up. We're at 300k now. Going for that range fill, folks.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Something close to genius. Well, when he's around, you've always got a chance.
Oh, you see? What I tell you, chat. Oh, damn. I just showed the number. Anyway. What I tell you, chat. What I tell you. What I freaking tell you. They're gonna call when I'm in a freaking trade. But at least it's done now. Hello? Yeah, sorry. Bomba clot, come on now.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Yeah, that's my pharmacy plug. Need to get them omega 3s in the system. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Yeah, that's now here we go for that range fill.
Bomba.
It's got to be a bomba clot. See that? 70% of the time, these ranges here are going to get filled. It's just a matter of getting stuck in. So that should be closing the gap here soon by 48, 47. Now you see buyers stepping in again. That's why we got to use the order flow here, because it's going to show you who's in control. So you don't have to speculate and you don't have to... you're going to have like a bit more confidence. Trading is sometimes, you know, it's a directional thing. If you oversimplify it, it's either going to go up or down, right? So it really does help to see what direction most likely going to go. Even though sometimes, you know, you don't get the trade that you want. Like today I took a buy and I didn't get the trade that I wanted. I still got stopped out. It still does help, like, especially in situations like this. Yeah, I gotta look at Discord here soon. How much I already push? About like 100 almost. That's why I mean, like during the New York session, this is what we've been seeing a lot of buys since last week during NY. So I've been kind of excited for NY, particularly for this reason that we've been buying a lot. See the orders flooding in now. I'm still trying to get the community here some promo codes for the software. Good things take time. Bomba clot. Oh, look at that wick. Look at that wick. Price flew almost 100 pips. Not bad. I think that was just one trade. One trade for this hourly candle. So, you know, it's still going to set up potentially maybe one or two more. That was just one. Shotgun. See, I tried a shotgun earlier as well. It didn't play out. But this time it did. See, 41.92. What, 818, I think. Not sure. So just be patient, chat. It's gonna set up again another one. But I think at this point it's still got a little bit of range to fill over here, although it has already filled quite a nice amount. Typically, whenever I got like range fills like this, they don't necessarily always close, right? They don't always close. But this was definitely a little bit further off than this is now. So, but you know, we're still overall bullish. Could just be a retracement. We might end up just playing within this region here for a little bit. Set up and then maybe get like some kind of a retracement down. Came a bit early as well today because usually we get this push happen during an hour into New York session. Today it actually happened quite fast. But there could still be some good sell ideas below support over here. 48.27. About like 150 pips below that zone. Could be a nice shot. Well, wouldn't CPI have any effects on gold? It would typically have an effect on gold, but I don't know where you're getting this. This is for Canadian dollar. So that's going to affect oil. Potentially, or it's going to affect the Canadian dollar. Might see volatility in oil. Not sure, because Canadian dollar and oil also are kind of correlated. Correct? Because majority of Canada's GDP is oil. But I don't know. Let's see. We got about 2 minutes 18 seconds. That will affect Canadian dollar, not gold. We can have a look and see what happens here on oil. Yeah, but this thing's coming down. This is the next range to fill. You see seller aggression stepped in. Divergence is still in play. That was the one thing that I was very cautious about. Divergence is still in play. I'm actually amazed it pushed like almost 100 pips. Maybe I was just trying to fill up the range, the gap, right? Because it's the sellers here are taking control too easily. Now got divergence, price coming down 500k, about to close in about a minute 30 seconds. Gonna be a shotgun play again to the downside, potentially. Let me see Discord. Why fly? Okay, let's see. Ricardo, I'm in, still in fly. BE, big sell. Why? What happened? First one fail. Oh, got the second try with partials 25 pips. I think NY been at least more directional. 20 pips is a clean move. A few seconds only. In London can take, yeah, that's true. You see, this market condition, it's a lot better, isn't it? This is a lot better than what we've been seeing, like a lot of this sideways movement. This is what we generally want to see as a good market condition, especially when you're trying to do challenges or like get big moves. You want to see that spread out, like Sydney Sweeney on Euphoria. We got to be spread out like that, you know, then you know it's going to be pretty good. But yeah, that's really nice. So that's why you also have to limit your trades. Limit your trades per session, because man, that session could just be giving whips. See, London, no trade. Pre-NY, I tried, didn't work. And then now New York session. Got the trade finally, and I could end the day here even in profit. Well, we just got a candlestick close below support. Creating like a nice little top wick over here, and then I think it should come down. About like 160 pips. Let's see the Discord. Kevja killing it. 4th and last. Wow, man. Nice. Got a buy over here. 4th and last trade of the day. Moma attempted a clean sell. There's a sell currently in play if you're looking for sells. There's a sell that's about to happen here. So Kevja take another buy. W's in their shot. Taken on this gold buy. BE. Nice breakout play in a very crappy range, but I see the idea. Took the right trade, put the risk. SL, TP, then sit on your hands down for the day. Very nice. Chat, who's taking the sell? Who's taking the sell? Technically, the order flow is in your favor in Confluence. You have a bearish divergence. It's low aggression to the downside, but it could be enough. It's a bit of an early entry as of now, unless it starts to really kick up here. As you can see, it's slightly starting to kick up. As it's moving up and this kicks up, that's absorption. So when it comes down, it should probably like break quite heavy. So you got a potential move over here. Sometimes, you know, they say no risk, no Rari. So this is like the point in time where people gotta decide whether they're gonna take the risk. You can't do it later when price already moves like this. You know, you're gonna look back at this and then you're gonna say, oh man, should have taken that trade. But then all you gotta do at this point is just gonna wait. You just gotta sit on your hands and wait, because then it's gonna set up. It's gonna try and fill this range. Then next trades around the corner. Market's abundant of opportunities, right? You don't have to rush it. 1 or 2 trades. Now, last time when I was in the coast, there's a fisherman I saw on the beach, and I was like, how many fish do you catch in a day? And he told me he catches like about, you know, maybe 1 or 2 fish. Like, I'm not lying. So maybe 1 or 2 fish. Like, what do you do after that? Then he says, what do you say? He said, he goes back home to his family, right? He goes back home and spends some time with his family. And I'm like, okay, so if you're gonna have like spend more time out there, maybe you're gonna catch more fish. And if you catch more fish, you're gonna have more money. And with more money, you can hire people to catch the fish for you. Correct? And when people catch the fish for you, you're gonna earn even more money. You're gonna be able to like build your company to be bigger. And then in the end, you're going to be able to spend more time with your family because, you know, that's what he really wanted to do because he only catch like 1 or 2 fish a day. And they said, yeah, but he's already doing that. He's already spending time with his family. So that would just like bring him back full circle, correct? Because it's sometimes like this. Like even Alan Watts speaks about this psychology of, you know, when you think you're going to always want more and more and more, you're always just going to come back full circle to where you are right now. Even if you could experience everything on the planet, you would still come back to where you are right now. So, you know, just be content with, I think the moral of the story is just be content with those 1 or 2 trades in this scenario per day. You don't got to like overfish. You got to have a lot of free time to do other things. 1 or 2 trades really builds up over time. It might be like $10 now, $500 now, maybe $1,000 now, but over time, it's also just going to be like less work for more. But look at this, we're breaking. See this? It's like a break and a retest now. So we didn't get the shotgun play. Instead, it did a small break and a retest. Break, reject, 48.27, re-break of the lows. How much already pushed? Like 16 pips, 18 pips maybe? See, my flight zone's so funny. Now that I see it, confirms how the market is really not random. Yeah, it's not random. Very intentional. To the tick, even, I feel. I don't think there's a tick out of place in the market. Every tick is accounted for. You know, that's the market is the true essence of capitalism. You know, capitalism, like every second counts. If you see how much money Jeff Bezos makes per second, bro, it's ridiculous. It's just the same. This is pure capitalism here. Like every single tick, I don't think there's one tick out of place in the market. It's not random. Very intentional. Even that push here to like 18 pips and then small retracement back up. Very intentional. All the liquidity grabs. All the tweets from Trump. All that is pre-planned. I think the only random thing maybe could be... Yeah, to some extent, we can say like somebody like Trump who has a lot of power can just decide to tweet anything without planning it. But most of the time, it's going to be planned. Like you've seen Trump, usually he should start posting now during this time. We should start to see something. So let's go on Truth Social and see if he has anything scheduled. Because you're never going to catch him tweet like during London session chat. Like I can't remember the last time I saw Trump tweet during London. There's about 51 minutes ago. Trump economy, retail sales, housing suggests this is something else. That's not his. This is 1 day ago. Yeah, he should be tweeting soon. But this is coming down here. Nice little break and retest play. Anybody catch it? Anybody manage to take this trade? Yeah, we got 20 pips. Nice. Yeah, we could see it. We could see it. That was a probability. That was a probability. It was a higher probability that it moved down when it broke these lows. Nesselin, don't be greedy, my friend. Remember that fisherman. Every time you want to be greedy, just remember the fisherman. You know that guy's cortisol levels are so low. So low. Yeah, that's why people in the coastal sides, the cortisol levels are so low. Because, you know, they're going to do like a lot of stress-free living. They're going to catch that 1 or 2 fish. They're going to secure something and then head home to the family, right? They're going to secure something and then call it a day. And the ocean will provide. Like literally that fisherman I speak to, like that whole ocean, man, it's there for him. He doesn't have to feel FOMO that the fish are going to run away, or, you know, maybe tomorrow there's not going to be water. He knows the ocean's not going anywhere. The market is the ocean. It's not going anywhere, man. It's abundant. You know, you just got to show up when you show up and then catch that fish and call it a day. Some days you don't catch the fish, but will the fisherman still stay out there? Will he be a slave to the ocean? He's not going to be a slave to the ocean. Most time fishermen don't catch anything, they just go home. You know, maybe they come a different session, but for the most part, I guess they're just going to call it. Because, you know, that's a high probability time, right? It's a high probability time they're going to catch that specific fish. So if they don't catch it, then like even maybe it doesn't make sense to come later because it's just not going to be there. How much is peak here? It's about like almost, yeah, just about like 50, I guess. 50 pips. It should still be heading down. There's still plenty more room for it to come down. Delta is also still pretty high here, negative 1.6 million. It's got to set up again, I guess, because it's already paid out this round here. So, you know, you can kind of imagine, what I like to imagine is this rotation of money. So this is the first round, it's paid out. Some people, they can take the same trade, but some people are going to lose money on that trade. You know, just depending on how they manage it. But now it's got to have to set it up again, which I'm still watching the 1 minute here on spot gold. But this is actually like a shotgun play. But if that next candle can come with volume and break these lows, then it's just got to get through that 8 SMA over there, and it's going to come towards 65%. It's going to be 48.13. But it's funny because, you know, right now people are probably thinking that they're going to buy gold, but you might start to see even delta flip. But I think it's mainly because of that divergence. One or two fish. Yes, sir. 1 or 2 fish. That's all you need. Like, you know, people who work at data centers, some of their roles are to onboard clients. And sometimes, you know, like if you can onboard like even, I would say 1 client, you know, it can be really good for the company, but that's also going to take time, right? Maybe in a year. I mean, you're doing like a high level of sales like that. Like how many sales can you really make? Like bomber clot sales. It's a lot difficult. It takes a lot more time, but when it pulls through big. Alright, just like even sales, just door-to-door sales. You know, in a day you kind of want to maybe do a couple of sales. Maybe you don't expect too many sales, but if you could sell like, maybe, you know, like if you look at Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith, he just needed to sell like what, 1 of those computers a day, so, you know, he could like feed his family and be happy. Definitely like quality over quantity. But I guess sales are slightly different because you got to do a lot of quantity first. But in the end, you only get like 1, maybe 1 or 2 in the day. But I guess that's why we call it waiting and not trading. But the idea is more or less the same. You just got to get good at waiting. The way a salesperson is good at like knocking on doors and getting rejected. Bro, you got to be good at waiting. That's why sales is not for everybody. And that's why trading is not for everybody. Maybe you can't wait, or maybe you can't deal with rejection properly. You gotta wait because it's abundant. So, you know, that abundant mindset is so important, because even in sales, look at this. You knock on the door, someone rejects you. You know, you just move on. You move on because you know you got abundant more opportunities to go. So you can't waste your day on just that one rejection. You get rejected, next one, next one, next one, next one. There's one guy on TikTok I like to watch. He's a real estate salesman. Oh no, he sells insurance. He sells health insurance. And every time he gets onto the phone call, he speaks to somebody, and if they reject him, he starts playing music and he starts dancing, and then he gets on to the next one. Just no abundant. So we got price about to close here. This is gonna, for example, give a potential shotgun, but the problem is seller aggression, divergence. It might be a trap. This close above resistance. Watch this. Oh, it didn't close above resistance. Let me see on spot gold. Yep, it rejected on spot gold as well. Literally in the last 5 seconds, it pulled back down. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a trap. That was supposed to be a trap over here. I wish we did close above it so we can see the trap. We should be getting a lot of seller aggression still in here. So be cautious about any buys. Why divergence you're talking about on the 1 hour? You can only see here the software. Asia high also got taken out. What a shotgun is? A shotgun is a candle close above resistance, for example, and then a re-break of the previous candle highs. So if you get a, yeah. Let's see, we were waiting for this candle here to close above resistance, right? If that closed like this, and then the next candle breaks the previous highs, that's what we call like a shotgun. This is like the bullet in the chamber, and then that's the shot. It's a trading style I think you may be gonna see like a lot of people kind of use as some kind of a confluence. Probably you've seen that somewhere before. It's quite an often or obvious trading for people, you know. The only thing is people look at it differently, because some people, for example, they wouldn't count it here because there's not a lot of like space, right? You got like 15-minute resistance. Some people have like rules maybe with higher time frames or rules regarding how big the ranges should be. But you know, with TFX concepts, we just keep it quite simple over here. We just look and see what direction is price most likely to go, and then trade on the time frame which gonna favor us the most. So we're gonna reduce that analysis paralysis. That's it. You see, like here, this would be a shotgun, but the problem is this candle did not close above that resistance. And right now, I think it's risky with the selling pressure. So you don't want to fight against the SMA and the selling pressure now. Wouldn't be surprised to see this become a rejection zone. On the 1 minute, looks so good. Yeah, on the 1 minute, it's creating like a small inverted, potentially inverted head and shoulders here. But you see, yeah, 1 minute, the range looks good. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, it looks good. You got that rejection right here. Or maybe, let's say pullback, not really rejection. That's what you use all the time. It's a pretty good model of getting in the market. And depending on what also people use different confluences. Yeah, some people don't use SMAs, some people don't use order flow. There's a lot of other things, but when it comes down to like the pure candlestick, it's quite a simple way of getting into the market, because the closure shows you commitment and the break of the wick shows you momentum and directional confirmation. But you gotta be cautious, because you know, like the idea here was also shotgun. This actually closed above that resistance, but the idea behind this confluence was the gap fill. So you see this? So like today, we learned about gap fills. If you're new to the stream or you don't know about gap fills, 70% of these time, like this gap here is gonna get filled, like the market open gaps, right? So look at this. We use that as confluence for the buys up ahead. So you're going to see every trade, it looks the same. Maybe the concept is going to be the same, but you're definitely going to hit it at a different area with different variables. Maybe you're going to have psychological marks, SMAs, rejections, liquidity grabs. But this was a gap fill. So you see, it's a lot of work to sample size each specific scenario. I haven't done that myself. We kind of just leave that to experience, because you know, when you're showing up to the market, you kind of understand these things. That's why we're able to explain it before it happened, right? So there's no point in really having like let's say if you had like a course and you're going to explain like each one of those things, I guess it could help, but experience wise is going to be like the best teacher, because you got gap fills, you got rejections. That's pretty much all you got to look out for. Liquidity spikes, SMAs, those could come in handy. I'm trying to think of all the different scenarios, like a shotgun could happen in as well, you know. Oh yeah, macro news events where the market is more directionally flowing like this. Maybe Trump said something. That's a different one. Oh man, those are the best. We haven't had one of those in a minute. We got macros. Man, I'm still waiting on these because pre-London is not moving. Ever since we had the daylight time saving shift, it's with the London session, it's pre-London is not moving. It's not moving as nice as before. We were completely rinsing the pre-London session. Now it's more of like New York session, I think we're doing mostly. What else, chat? What else? Don't say red folders. That's gambling. FEG with Lux Algo is great to use. Nice. Yeah, man. Everybody gonna have like their own kind of like confluence. But as long as you got three in your favor, then I think, you know, it's pretty nice. You see, that's a fake out I'm talking about here. This is a trap. The candle finally closed above that resistance slightly, but that's a trap. I guess that's about it then. Confluences, we also have... Oh yeah, liquidity spikes. We spoke about that. But a liquidity spike can happen in different ways, right? It can happen before you get into your trade. Let's say if this is going to be liquidity spike right here and you're looking for a buy. It can happen before you get into your trade. And sometimes it happens when you see your trade. Let's say you're looking for a break here and then it doesn't play out and you notice something fishy. That it was just taking out the first positions, then you can get back in as it goes back in your favor. So then there's that slight nuance to the terms as well. They're like layered. So you can't just say this is a liquidity spike and then you're only going to have one textbook example of it. And that's where now the universe really tests you if you want to actually learn how to trade, or you're just watching people on social media who claim that they're traders, which most of the time, you know, it's something else. Because you're going to look at some people and you're going to be like, bro, there's no way this guy's a profitable trader. Like, this guy is not serious at all. But he has a nice car. Man, it requires a lot of dedication, that's for sure. But yeah, look at this. Got about like 108 pips here. It's going to do a shotgun. It's going to attempt to do a shotgun. So now you got like that fake out. See, potential buyers trapped. A little bit of accumulation in here as well. And then you're going to get that distribution. You can see on the 1 minute too. So you got that shotgun with accumulation confluence to potentially come down and fill that range. If it hold here, it can be really nice for the next hour candle. Oh, we got the next hour candle. You see another confluence is coming in, or another variable. Now it's an hourly candle. So if it can wait for that next hourly candle, then yeah, it's going to even be better. But this hourly candle, let's say it's had one move, two moves, one bullish shotgun, one bearish shotgun. Oh, that's a break and retest. It's trying its third move towards the tail end. Got about like 1 more minute. In principle, it could push because it's relatively fresh. They're gonna see about like 40 seconds here. Let's see that shotgun. Down negative 2.3 million. The tape tells a story. I love the 1 minute though. 1 minute's looking clean. If it can hold that range on the 1 minute, that would be perfect. Actually, it would be better if this rejects support. It's better it rejects at 48.23 here. That's better. So when that next 5 minute closes below that level, you're going to have higher confluence. But if this closes, which it just actually did slightly, kind of messes it up a little. But, you know, possible entries still going to be coming in here. But like 48.18. Oh, no, actually 48.21. Because we've closed below support. But that would not have the breakout confirmation. The breakout confirmation comes here. So, you know, you got to ask yourself the question, how many confluences do you see for this trade? Did I mention Kiss of Death? Yeah, I got the Kiss of Death. Those are the SMAs. SMA crossover, Kiss of Death. It's a lot less complicated than ICT, I can assure you that. You know, like people are going to commit to ICT so much. But not the very simple things we speak about here on stream. Because simplicity works in the market, not overcomplication. You know, that's why it's so easy for Trump to tweet something so simple and the market will move. Because when the market gonna understand that signal that everybody gonna understand, then it moves. But if it's too overcomplicated, over smart analyst, you know, like who's actually looking at those things? Right? Who? The market is not all ICT traders. Like this retail industry only consists of such a small portion of the market. So we got to look at signals which are clear. That anybody gonna understand what's happening here, you know? As you can see right now, price is pushing down. However, we've been overall bullish today. So if we were gonna get the sell, it would have been nice to actually get it on this hourly candlestick here. Because when that next hourly candlestick opens up, this dynamic could easily shift. Because we get a new hourly, and you see how the volumes increase. We're like 104 million, but with a new hourly, this can shift back up to bullish. But as long as it's still open, there's a lot of wait for the buyers to come in. So most likely they're gonna wait for the new hourly when they're gonna have like a better advantage, because it's gonna open, it's gonna release, then they can take it from there. So we got the hourly, we got the 5 minute opens, all very powerful things to understand. Let's see if the sellers can actually make that happen before the new hourly open. If they can sneak away one more trade, but that's like 2 minutes left. It's a very crucial moment, this is. It's a very crucial moment here. It's like flirting with the idea of the break now. Trust me, like if you have a system that's simple that a lot of people are gonna see, like anybody is gonna see, then that's kind of where you want to be. Because I think a lot of us on stream right now, we can resonate with the probability of price coming down here. As much as maybe some of you might be looking for buys, you can resonate with the idea that price can come down here. And you can see it, you can almost feel it. But you know, the question about being cautious, right? Should I wait for the new hourly? Should I risk it for the biscuit? I think in this scenario, it's a very mentally grinding scenario, right? I think most of the time I'll just wait. If that new hourly is about to open or new 5 minutes about to open, most of the time I find like if you're just gonna wait a bit longer, then you're gonna like have a better trade. Because you know where else we're sitting here? We're sitting at 4,800 psychological. So we should get through this zone. That's what's going to happen when we break this wick down here. That's going to be the break of that accumulation. So with the sellers, I think the patience is going to pay a bit more because they'll have 4,800 as we're breaking below those lows. And then avoid the hourly open. Because it's pretty difficult to survive that hourly open top wick sometimes. Unless it pays you out first. It opens and then does that and then up. Wait for it. Watch this volume come in. Let's see. They're going to try. I think buyers are going to try and fake. Yeah. They're going to try and fake the seller here. Let's see. Fresh new hour. This is the first hourly candle with divergence that the sellers were able to take over. So we're going to see if they can have the follow through now. If this was not just a divergence play, but an actual control of the market. So far, they're doing so well. Looks like hourly top wick. Nice. That shook out the early shotgun play traders and it's coming down towards 48.18 now. It's trying to break. You can see the liquidity grab here on the 1 minute. So it took out that high. It tries shaking out. It shook out the early traders here as the candle is about to close or open. See that little liquidity spike up here. Nice, looking for a break of these lows. It's also below 4,800. Nice. This candle should be the one that breaks. You're gonna see this one should be, this 1 minute ideally should be the one. So you can see that as a good volume to keep pushing down. But if it creates a support, then it's gonna trickle. Then it's gonna create this kind of a PA where it like trickles down. Then you gotta decide whether to like use that as a break in a retest confluence, maybe. But ideally not what we would want to see for a breakout. We just want to see commitment of 100%. Gotta wait and see. Pretty important wick over there. Got a point of control down here by 48.19. No buyers or sellers are in control at this moment. Slightly on the sell edge. But I think the buyers are trying to treat this as a squeeze. Because in principle, if they could make price go up, you might have a potential squeeze happening here. Yeah, the sellers aren't gonna buy, aren't gonna give in. They're still holding 48.01 on spot. Come on, hodl. I actually would like to see this thing break downwards. I feel like to break up, we still have a lot of work to do. We have to reflip, come up, and then at least start to close above 48.26. To come down, we just need to like push how many more pips? Like about 24 more pips. See if it gives that follow through. Last minute dump like last week. Took good to pass. Yeah, I caught one like this last week. Yep. Also, I think last week I caught one like this. It was a break and a retest. Break and a retest, and then it dumped like, I think, 40 pips in like a minute. Yeah, I think you just gotta wait here. I think you just gotta wait. It's kind of funny though, like it's ranging on the second hour of the New York session open. It's what I've noticed of late. It's either one of those two candles, first two hourly candles in London and New York, which range. I think last week it was the first hourly that was ranging a lot. So I'm surprised to see this week the first hourly was the one which played out. It's a small little oh, a small. Okay, no. No, there was a small. I thought this was going to be like some kind of liquidity grab. I guess it could be. But the better entry would have been at the break of that wick at least. Because that candle there closed. And then this candle needed to break the previous lows to confirm the momentum. But yeah, I can see how that could be a potential fake out here. Because on the seconds chart, this would be that classic push, consolidate, reverse. Back to the upside of target, stop losses up here. But overall, what it's done instead now is created like this broader consolidation here. So the buyers are trying to come back in above these highs. So you see, that's where the accumulation is happening. This is where majority of those orders are getting traded. You can also see here point of control. Also, we got that doji, that indecision that's gonna eventually move. So far, bulls are still relatively in control, right? You might see a break above 48.29 here. Got some rejection wicks to the lows. Do you think it'll go back up to the top again? Man, let me tell you, when I came onto the chart, I kind of wanted to see price move up, right? I kind of wanted to see price move up. But you see, it's like from scenario to scenario. Like here, okay, we want to see price move down. We got our confluences, like possible break and retest even. It looked good to move down. But as the candlesticks open and the story unfolds, you know, you can't really marry a bias too much because you can see also order flow can switch up pretty fast. So from bearish, it's already switched to like quite bullish. So yeah, now I would like to see price move up. I don't really necessarily gonna marry a bias too much unless, like, let's say I'm really looking for a sell. Then I want to look for reasons why this move up here is gonna be a potential fake out. But at the moment, I don't see a reason why that this should be a fake out. So we just gotta wait and see. Pay or sale. Pay or sale. Oh, wow. Whoa, whoa. Trump tweets something. Trump tweets something. Someone go check Truth Social. Something's going on here. Trump tweeted something. Quick, quick. Yo, it looks bullish. Looks bullish. Oh, Lee. Yeah, looking bullish. Oh. Ho, ho.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Orders flooding in. Well, what do you say? What did the old man say? Well, got it. The dragon is awake. It feels like something happened here. I'm always waiting to see what this guy's gonna post. You see how the order flow is acting kind of sporadic? It's a good signal, right? Because price has not really moved up yet, but you could see that orders were coming in. Could have been like a nice buy. Could have bought it. Quick in and out, Ricardo style here. See, that's why I mean it's situational. Trading is a very situational thing. So sometimes, you know, like don't fall in love with the bias too much, you see? But that was quite interesting. How price pulled down, almost giving us a sense of a liquidity grab, and then volume started to come in on the delta. But let's go and see what happened here, if he said anything. Not the... Oh, nothing? Where is that from? Yeah, I didn't post nothing. I started like filled up the range. Yeah, remember chat what we said during the London session? Watch out for these point A to point Bs. Alright, look at that. Point A, point B mopped up. Yeah, chat. This is why I'm kind of bullish bias today. I think all the trades I took were buys, yeah. Look at this. All the trades I took were buys. There's more to go on the 1 minute. Free traffic. Oh, yeah. Holy. Now you're thinking like a true runner.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The night runner. Yeah, it's a night running. You see here on the order flow, you see this? This is like nighttime. Because this is outside the value area over here, you know? This is the value area. This is where the runner is. It's hidden on the 1 minute time frame. Looks pretty clean. Let's put this chart on. See, that was a breakout on the 1 minute right here by 48.09 on spot. So you can see it came out from somewhere, right, child? It was going to move from somewhere. It didn't give the sell because even in terms of the accumulation, it didn't break. It didn't break for a sell. It didn't confirm a sell. It only confirmed a late entry shotgun with 2 minutes on the clock before the new hourly open, which is usually kind of sketchy. But instead, it confirmed the break of the high. Pretty decent break as well. So I say your best trades never really give you too much of a hard time. This push up like about what, like 50 pips. And there's a break and a retest. Literally that same trade that I took last week on my reels. I think it's the last MetaTrader trade that you're gonna see. But anyway, we got like a break, a retest, liquidity grab on the 1 minute, break above the high to continue moving bullish. Now the question is, what are you gonna do now? I would say if you didn't cash this buy, this is already in distribution, right? It's already paying people, so you gotta wait again. On this 30-minute open, there's going to have some fireworks. Oh, we got like a shotgun again. Shotgun back to the highs. Potentially. But if we're going to look at the daily here can, let's say... Yeah, actually, you know, we could fill that range. In principle, we could actually come up here. Towards, I think that's 15-minute resistance. We could continue to move up there. Because in the grand scheme of things, price hasn't really moved that much. We had the market open gap. Consolidation throughout like pre-London, now into New York session, that NY should give us a directional bias. It is most likely going to keep going up bullish. So I would actually have an idea of looking more for buys right here. I would imagine this thing's going to be probably directional. And you can see it as well so far. 5-minute close above resistance. Be the fisherman. Where did I show you my buy this earlier? I think I took a buy. What was that? Is it here? I think I was here. Yeah, but I think the problem with that buy from earlier was just the fact that we're kind of doing it below that resistance. So probably waited for candle to close above that resistance first. Having a hard time with that SMA. I think this is the... It should be like the 50. It's nicely flat. Don't typically see the SMAs like this as well. Quite interesting. That's a 50. Now you see how that candle is trading in between the SMAs? That's a consolidation typically. But if you go on the 15-minute, looks good. 5 minutes still looks good to move up. Just a matter of how to get stuck in. Because the market also doesn't like leaving people in profit for too long. Don't forget there's market participants down here. Just the same way, remember we like took a buy here and then comes back down. Same way as people who are going to take like a buy here. The market doesn't necessarily want to gonna leave them in profit for too long. So it might come back, try and retest that area. Maybe look for like trailing stops. Yeah, that's why I love macros. With macros, we don't have to worry too much about the market coming back necessarily, or you definitely get a stronger push before even any of that happens. But yeah, that's what I'd be expecting here. Price come down, maybe retest a bit low and then move up again. Let's see. Trying to fill the gap by 48.30. You can't really see the gap here though. On spot. FXCM. You're probably looking at it from your broker's end. But yeah, it's the same. I think it's pretty much the same one. Yeah, it is. Unk status. Yeah, if you want the cleanest price action, make sure you first smash that like button and then use FXCM if you're on spot. It's a lot more consistent. I also used to use Awanda when I first started trading. It took me a while to get on FXCM. I don't know why. I think a lot of traders are gonna start on Awanda for some reason. But FXCM is pretty good. This message has been approved. Let's see. 5-minute time frame. Not very nice, but at least it's buy aggression. It's just a sketchy way to close when it's like a doji like this. I could still play out because of the buy aggression. We're like 2.1 million right now. It's going for that wick fill, that range fill on the 1 minute too. Surprisingly, didn't give much more of a bigger dip. Yeah, so that would still be that position there on the 1 minute to fill that range. Surprisingly, didn't give that much of a bigger dip. I thought that would be the swing. Typically, it would like come down, kind of like test it, and then come up. Maybe a significant portion of people already closed their order. Jeez, 2.5 million. It's a pretty good Monday here. Look at the overall aggression. We're like 3 million. We're seeing at least a million. A million per hourly candle. At least close to a million here at the key times. Really nice day here to trade. You know, it's a Monday. Most people are gonna not even trade on a Monday because of XYZ. But even on a Friday, we had like a really nice push on Friday. I don't know if y'all were able to catch that buy. Fly Goldie. No re-entry point at this area here. No re-entry point. Even if it goes up, you just have to let it go up. Unless you know why that it is going up. Someone mentioned here, breaking senior Iranian official. Positive efforts underway by Pakistan to end the US blockade. By Pakistan, ensure Iran's participation in talks. Ah, very good. Very good. You see, now we're gonna make sense of why it's moving up here. Yeah, so you know, in this scenario, then I think you can get away with like a buy. That's what happened with the straight when the straight was reopened. We saw price moving up exactly like this. Took a buy at the break of the previous 5-minute highs. Which is... yeah, I think it was this. You see like this? Price was moving up. Because the news was bolstering it. You get away with this. And it like broke the high and then it skyrocketed up some more. Just continued flying up. That's kind of similar thing to what we're seeing here. Chart's looking like a Christmas tree. Trade EA. Can we see 3 million? This is unstable though. I think the best case scenario, we create some kind of a support here and then come up like this. How much time we got? We got plenty of time. Come up like this, respect this zone, and then continue to move up. If you see this happen, I would say there's like, let's just say 70%, you know, I would say like there's a 70% chance that if we break this high, that we're going to continue to move up bullish. You're going to see this happen over there. Like a 70% probability, because I don't see anything that really standing in the way. Maybe the only thing I could argue is that we've filled majority of the range, even on the 1 minute now. But these levels are meant to get disrespected, right? So if we're going to see like something like that set up here, it's probably gearing up to break that level. Can Gemini predict gold future movement? I got something even better than Gemini. We got Zoli. Built by traders for traders. Will gold continue to move up for the NY session today? But you can send your chart work into AI. Oh my days, look at this. It's still trying to move up here. Yes, the twin queens bless the trader and momentum leans towards further ascent in the New York session. Yet the four warns of a brief breathe and consolidation, so expect a pause before any renewed climb. I see we're looking for some more climbing over here. I think that's what's gonna happen. But that renewed pause before, you see how smart is that? How smart? Like that's literally what I just said. I said the best thing to do was for us to like pause here, consolidate, and then continue to move up. You know, it's a pretty good tool over here. You see this? Even this knows what's up. Yet the four warns of a brief breathe and consolidation, so expect a pause before any renewed climb. That would be the best case scenario. Because this feels a little bit too aggressive. You know, you got a little bit of a liquidity grab confluence here though. Just took out those previous 5-minute lows. Bring out the whips. Where are my whips? Remember, leave a like on the video, guys. I would appreciate it. Support the channel so I can buy a jacuzzi. Can you believe I don't have a jacuzzi? That's Kanye. That's Kanye jokes. Can you believe we don't have a jacuzzi? Need money for a jacuzzi. Yeah, now this thing is moving up here. But it's not giving a way to get in again. Which AI did I use to create that hit song of yours? What hit song? That was an AI. Do I use micro gold and normal spot gold? Is there a difference in when trading them? No, there's no difference. It's like literally the same thing. The only difference is what we call like the price points. Oh, whoa! I tell you, like buyers in control here today. Oh, Lee! Oh, Lee, man! Look at this. Minute candle over here just pushed up like from the open about what, like 42 pips. It's still heading, still going up, filling up the gap completely at this point. Wow, man! Congratulations. I know we've got some buyers in here. People are still kind of holding the buys. I think it had something to do with that news that you mentioned in the chat. Man, look at this. Orders flooding in as well. Let me put my extra charts on. Orders flooding in. Beautiful. Amazing. This is what we love to see, man. Like every New York session, I don't know why for the past couple of weeks, we've just been seeing like buys. Really, really nice volume. Man, but you know, it's just difficult that like it's not the easiest one to get into. Yeah, chat. Waiting for a setup. Perfect time to drink some water. Just gotta be patient here. Don't feel FOMO. Don't feel like, you know, you're kind of missing out on something. Just be patient. If you're still waiting for a move, let's see if I can call out that move here in a bit. We gotta wait for candlesticks to relax a little. We got like 30 more minutes for this hourly though. It's already moved up like, how many pips is that? About like 243 pips. In principle, it could continue to move up, but definitely is feeling a bit extended. Would be nice to have some kind of pullback first. Let's clean this chart work. Nothing. Nas buyers trapped on top. And you're really enjoying this thing, aren't you, Ricardo? Like that, I guess that's what you're looking at, that 183 bubble over there. I could put this on this chart as well. That big order. But watch this reconfigure itself. It's gonna pull down, set up, probably have I would guess maybe one or two. It probably has like one or two more moves in this hourly. You know, there's a huge difference between a candle just gonna move, right, and a candle actually moving with a setup, guys. You don't wanna like know everything about the market because you're always gonna find a reason why a candle is gonna move. But there's a big difference. You should be able to differentiate between just random movements and missed trades. So I can say this hourly here, it only had one move, right? From this accumulation here. Like this. They'll start breaking at like 9:08, 8 minutes into the hourly. And it's been distributing since then. That's predominantly been that move. And then there was another shotgun play here. I guess you could, in principle, take it. If you did, I think you got stopped out on this one though. Okay, boom, break. Yeah, you did. You did get stopped before it continued to move up. But this hourly candle then, in that essence, has had two moves. We're looking at it from TFX concepts, and it's gonna have like two moves. You got the buy below here, and then you got the buy here. And remember, every hourly candle can give at least maybe like 1 to 3. So you can easily differentiate random moves versus calculated moves. Wow, man, we're still climbing. Holy, look at this. The value area has been extended. It's like 40 or 45 there. Sheesh. I need to see another bomber clot before the day ends. Would be nice. It's one more bomber clot. I feel like this is one of those days where towards London close, you're gonna look at the chart and it's probably gonna be trying to creep up towards 48.85. Because you know the whole idea here is that the whole day we haven't done much, right? We're just ranged. So with that New York session open, look at this. With that New York session open, we can finally get some direction. So don't be surprised to start seeing price move directionally right now. That's why I would not be keen to sell. Unless you like whips. Whips, who likes whips? I don't like whips. I think a whip every now and then is not too bad though. It's like a splash of cold water on your face. You know, especially sometimes when you're gonna have like let's say like a winning streak. If you're gonna, I haven't had a winning streak in a minute here, but you know, doing pretty well overall anyway. But yeah, we haven't seen like a majority of the greens come in back to back to back to back, like we were getting, like let's say for example here. Which is fine because my approach has kind of shifted more to risk management, so I'm willing to close out much quicker. Probably the reason, but anyway, it's still pretty good. A lot better. I'm still seeing a slight edge on improvement in terms of data from just the usual way. Usual way just... Wait. We're back. Alright, yeah, we're back. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I've taken 46 trades already in April. And we're only on the 20th over here. Yeah, internet's back now. And we're only on the 20th. Which is quite a lot. Yeah, it's setting up again on the 1 minute. Might give that setup here. Gotta come down, create that support, retest that support, re-break. And then attempt to keep moving up there. Golden Artemis right now. Yeah, it's on a moon mission. Well, whatever you do, don't sell. That's one thing I'm gonna say. Don't sell. Don't sell. Don't sell. Whatever you do. Yeah, that would be the move right there. So like 3.2 million. Pretty strong. This is actually going to be potentially the biggest candle that we have seen all day. Right? In terms of buyer aggression and volume. I think we can cap 3.2 million is the highest that it's been. 3.2 million so far. We're at 3.1 and we still got like 20 more minutes. This candle is going to be the biggest candle. Most probably. Who's waiting for a buy? Anybody looking for a buy here? Don't be surprised to see a spike up. Don't be surprised right now. You're going to see price just all of a sudden move up bullish. This is a time where, you know, at any point Trump can like post something. Don't be surprised to see at any one of these 1 minute candles here to just skyrocket up. Do we buy or? No, you just gotta open your EYES and EYERS. English is hard right now. You just gotta pay attention, sir. Come on now. Yep, 48. All right, so Rodrigo, 48, 11.97. About to get a new 5-minute open here too. What you say? 48.11. Man, I don't know if price gonna come down there for you. 48.11. But if that's part of your plan, then I guess you gotta wait for it. But I do see an edge here above that wick high when it starts breaking around this section here. These are those moments sometimes you're going to see with PA where price is like a bit overextended. It feels like overextended and people are like, oh, surely maybe it can't keep moving up. And then it does like an additional 30 pips. And then it just spikes with volume. So I want to show you the spot chart as well, because you might see it first even start breaking here on spot. This towards the tail end of the day as well. Getting a lot of these sporadic movements during this time. But you know, if you've already taken a couple good trades for the day, like I think the best advice for most people is just to, you know, like just call it a day there. Don't feel the need to FOMO in. It hasn't totally filled the gap yet in spot. No, trust me. As soon as it starts getting up those highs, you're gonna see the buyers really step in. This hourly candle can still do another 20, 30 pips. What's up, Schwartz? Now I'm up for the day though. What should we do? I'm up for the day around 1.57%. Not bad. Could it be waiting for the next hourly open maybe? Got about like 10 more minutes. Kind of want to see what's going to happen here. Is a 5 setting up? Yeah, it's created like some form of resistance. For potential continuation on the next hourly. I think that's why it slowed down. It's waiting for hourly break. Are really slow. Let's see, both buy and sell aggressions the same. Be about 19 million. This is that node that we're trading in. Right over there. That's that same node. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. Here. I believe. Yeah, man. A lot of waiting here. Look at this. Waiting to see the direction price is gonna go.
Bombocat!
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock on the clock. Yeah, it's buying time. It's buying time. It's waiting for the hourly. Oh man, I just want to see it fly. I'm gonna head off to the gym or somewhere. Or somewhere. I just want to see it go fly. If it breaks the lows, then then I think maybe just creating hourly lows. Now I go to the gym. I go meet a trader over there and be like, hey man, you see gold right now? See gold what it just did? Hey, let me see if my buddy's on here. Hey, Roki. Shout out Roki if you're watching. Probably not. Let's see. You don't got the patience. It's gonna be like a 30-minute hourly shotgun, 30-minute resistance. But it's gonna have that hourly shotgun play. 48, 48, 48. Yeah, so anybody just joining the stream right now, the whole idea behind gold is that if it breaks above resistance here, that we should actually see a movement to the upside. We're overall seeing bullish momentum as well on the order flow here. We're currently at 3.2 million on this hourly candle. Anticipating a potential continuation. I'm thinking next time we're gonna fly. I'm just hoping. I'm also anticipating the same thing. Most likely just gonna skyrocket up. Let's see, new hourly open here. Demon to send twice. It's alright. Just make sure it's not gonna happen again. Just make sure it doesn't happen again, and we're good. And we're good. No whips for you. Shouldn't apologize. Can I ask you a question? That's the worst thing. Can I ask you a question? I don't know. Can you? Do the NPC settings allow you to? Young Padawan. Yeah, this says, oh, it started with a bottom wick though. It's kind of boring. We wanted to see this inverted like this. Oh, you can't see it here. Yeah, we wanted to see this inverted like this. But it started like this. So it distributed for the sellers, not the buyers. Unless it's liquidity grabbing them. Then you're gonna see that next candlestick start to move bullish. Boom, back into the range, and then continue to move bullish. Yeah, oh man. I was actually considering a buy up here as well. Like, depending on how like everything was going to come together, you know? I was considering a buy, but it's already kind of messed the setup up. It already went for the sell. Yeah, I'm going to head out here, chat. I appreciate y'all tuning in. At least got the bomber clout for this session. That's done. And I will see you tomorrow for London. Let's get an awesome week up ahead, everybody, and catch you later. Adios, adios, adios. Peace. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
What
the dip, flip the